What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming news. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
A quick reminder to play Mafia 3 and Dead by Daylight. You have 1 week left, and then Plus Club at the end of the week. We'll be talking about our impressions of those games. Let us know yours. Make sure to play those games and come back and talk with us. And also, our game of the month is Vermintide 2. Make sure to play that as well, or if you've played in the past, or if you thought about playing it, we'll be talking about it at the end of this week. So join us for that. We're also on Spotify and iTunes and other podcast platforms. If you'd prefer to listen to us, do that. And if you're listening to us and you want to watch us on YouTube, come check us out at Tasty Loot Gaming. And we have a Discord link down below if you'd like to talk with us anytime, all the time. And yeah, it's a fun time. So Tasty Tuesday, it feels like it's been forever since we've been in the studio, but it's only been a week. Last week we had a lot of weird shit popping up, a lot of weird episodes coming out. Make sure to go check those out. But so we're back in studio for Tasty Tuesday, but we're still going to have a weird Tasty Tuesday because today I was looking up news articles to talk about, and luckily this week is kind of like nothing, really catch my eye. But then today, Cyberpunk 2077 had a random 48-minute gameplay reveal that was streamed on Twitch. So we tasked ourselves with not watching it all fucking day.
It hurt.
Yeah. Anyone who's been following the channel or anybody who is following gaming in general will know this is a very hyped game. Yeah. It's a game me and you were looking forward to immensely ever since the first teaser that came out years ago.
Oh, yeah.
We're also fans of Cyberpunk in general, the pen and paper game, and the genre. So this has been really exciting, and it's been very, very, very hard not to look into this or watch this at all. So we have not watched this.
No, and like I said to you earlier, before I even knew the video was out, I was on Twitter, and I was going through, and I saw a GIF of it, and I was like, "Whoa, nope, let's get past it." And then I saw CD Projekt Red go, "Hey, we got 48 minutes gameplay." I was like, "Oh God, I got to get off Twitter."
Yeah, earlier in the day when I woke up, it's like there's a rumor there's a hint that there's gonna be a stream today from CD Projekt Red, and I was like, "Fuck, are they gonna show gameplay today while I'm at work?" So they did 48 minutes. We're gonna watch it in its entirety. I know a couple people have suggested we watch certain videos. We're gonna watch this whole fucking thing, and if we feel like later in a later episode we need to watch something that breaks it down some more, we'll do that. But I've been dying to watch this, and so we're gonna watch the whole fucking thing. So sit there with us. We're gonna go through it. We'll react as we do, but it's 48 minutes, so we're probably just gonna be sitting here watching the shit, discussing a little bit as we watch it. 48 minutes is a long time to be showing gameplay of something, so very excited for this. Anything you want to say before we dive into this? Because we got a long sit.
I don't think it's really much to say other than been waiting all day for this. So
fucking A. All right, let's do it.
Welcome to the gameplay demo walkthrough of CD Projekt Red's upcoming title, Cyberpunk 2077. A narrative-driven, open-world RPG set in a dark version of the future. Before we start, a small but important disclaimer. The gameplay you're about to see is from a work-in-progress version of the game. Everything you see is potentially subject to change.
Apparently they've already made changes since
Cyberpunk
E3.
2077, you can fully customize your character using a deep customization system. For this demo, we're going to play a female. Keep in mind that what you see here is not final.
the character
We
models
just want
look
to
so
give you
good
a
already.
glimpse
Yeah.
of what will be possible in the released game. This is an RPG, so before we get into our appearance, we need to define our backstory. What you choose
I
here
really
will
love the
unlock
menu.
different
I'll say the style is so
possibilities later
cool.
in the
Yeah.
game. Also, you can use an array of different options
looks
to
so
modify
good.
how you look.
Yeah.
These include body type, hairstyle, tattoos, makeup, skin tone, and many, many more. But visuals aren't everything. You'll also be able to customize your initial attribute setup. You'll notice we didn't pick a class. Cyberpunk 2077 features a fluid class system, and you'll be able to modify your class throughout the game. This demo takes place near the beginning of the game. V and her friend Jackie, along with a netrunner named T-Bot, are hired to find and retrieve a missing person, a girl whose locator implant
Is this
went dark.
gameplay?
It's clear.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I'm like nervously twitching. This is stupid.
Cyberpunk 2077 is a first-person role-playing game. This perspective enables us to maximize your immersion.
Should have full access in 2.8 seconds. Breached it. Your turn.
Órale, lead the way, Jaina.
Alarms neutralized.
Are we fucking late? Is that her? Is that our target, V?
Room's too simple. Not our girl, I think. Keep looking.
It looks like these scavengers are kidnapping people to harvest their implants.
That classic story.
No.
Okay, things are about to get heated.
Damn. Oh. That was fucking cool.
We'll take a reflex booster that temporarily allows us to use the Koreznikov ability.
Damn.
What the fuck? I don't think you have to worry about the shooting.
No. Yeah, I was worried that it might feel
This
weird.
is Koreznikov.
Oh, this is so fucking sick. Look at the details of like the reload.
Makes funny they introduce, or they even remember to do like the drugs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oh shit.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Can't see shit! Got none to fucking use!
Oh shit, through fucking walls. This is dope.
Room he's in looks out on the balcony. Got a window on the left. Go!
It's so detailed too.
Get him.
Won't be needing this anymore. Pussy.
Layout shows only one room left. The bathroom. Go.
Sure hope our target's in there.
Someone's in there.
Cabrones.
Think I got her. Got our target.
We make it. She alive?
This does not look good.
It's gonna be some editing for you.
No, in a
Why?
minute. Jacking into Biomon.
Can you show that?
This is on YouTube.
Oh, that's fair.
Sandra Dorset, NC 570442. Got a winner. Well, she will be if we can get her to a hospital. Sheesh. Trauma Team Platinum, too.
Platinum.
I love the little hookup in the wrist there.
Mm-hmm.
Something's jamming the Biomon signal. Talk to me, T-Bug.
Virus probably.
Let's see, all the small details are insane.
Shard slotted in. Shit's probably on that. If we clear it, free up the signal, TT could actually drop in, take her off our hands.
Got the shard. Removing it now. Done.
Greetings, Sandra. An emergency evacuation unit has been dispatched and is due to arrive at your location in 180 seconds.
Biomon claims trauma will be here in 3 minutes.
Like the fucking cavalry. Let's get her out of here.
Your premium plan will cover 90% of the projected costs of your rest.
That's cool choices.
Mierda, she's flatlining!
V, you need to know what's going on.
Jackie, air hypo.
Can't, China!
Damn.
She's stable.
Fuera, Jaina. Get her outside. I'll cover you.
It turns out a virus disrupted the girl's locator implant. We've fixed that, and now help is inbound.
Swarm of the sons of bitches, 2 vans full, just pulled up outside.
Fuera, get her out. Terrorists!
That looks so fucking good.
Place the patient on the stretcher. 5 steps back. Now!
Reminds me of when playing and you
Step back.
snap the
133 to control. Patient
emergency med
S2570.
cards and yeah, they have to show up to arms, so
Secure.
that's all they care about is the patient.
70 milligrams dopamine, 100
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I would say, man, CD Projekt
Give us
Red's
a lift
gonna
out of here?
be authentic as fuck.
No problem.
Bye.
Cutting connection. T-bug out.
All clear.
That was Trauma
Let's see
Team,
when we blow.
a kind of high-end premium medical
Don't
insurance.
have much time from what Bug said.
We've delivered the target, and T-Bug has
Remember the last
notified
time we
us that the
played,
scavengers have
something
called
like that
in
happened.
reinforcements. Let's get out of here before they arrive.
It's funny because you can also
No, I ain't something real
use
fine
it
too.
as like almost like a defense
How about you,
mechanism
Anna?
too. Because
Probably
like, oh, this
blowing
person's
out
hurt, come in here, and they
in
just come in
3
and
days.
shoot the shit out of
Talking
her.
about somebody else, Jack. Deeper than a contact of combat.
Cyberpunk is a mature, visceral experience, and
Seems
as
like
such, it will let you explore a variety of different interactions with the game world. And as you just saw, its people.
Hello, Night City. Your man Stan here with a sweet sheet of all last night's bids. But first, remember the man, the myth, Johnny Silverhand. Been a year since he went on his last ride. All you gunks sitting in the afterlife nursing that scotch, waiting for something better. You
The
know
character
what I
models look so good.
The
too.
job was a success, and V
Not even just saying
obviously
like
has
fuck,
some
she's standing there
money.
naked, but like just like looking how like round everything is, and
Hey, sup, V? Look, I need to talk to you.
The
That news
movements.
as big as
Yeah.
my balls.
And I got a hot date with my Ripper Dog.
Her eyes glow.
Come on, right now, make the doc wait. Pull some pants on your culo and get down here. Subway entrance. And bring your iron.
Okay, Jackie has just told us that he has some big news for us, and we have an appointment with our Ripper Dog today. Before we leave, let's take a good look around our apartment. Good morning, Night City. The song on the radio is by rocker boy Johnny Silverhand. It's part of our creative process to draw inspiration from the pen and paper system created by Mike Pondsmith, and to put our own 2077 spin on it. Let's go grab our gear.
cool.
Okay. We'll take V's trusty pistol.
Just the one she was using. That thing was fucking trusty as hell.
And also grab our jacket. Since Cyberpunk 2077 is an RPG, the jacket not only provides us with protective stats like armor, but it also increases our street cred. Street cred is a form of experience the player acquires by completing side missions. It is used to unlock new vendors and content throughout Night City. Alright, let's go meet Jack. V's current apartment is located inside a
Damn,
mega
son.
a huge building complex that forms a micro-society of its own.
What
In
fucking
this
game looks like
timeline,
this?
Technology
Nothing.
and the world have evolved in some ways that seem familiar, but entirely surprising in others. As an example, in this world, people pay with eddies, slang for Euro dollars. We make sure to root every detail in the world's lore, so everything has its purpose and stays believable.
Buck a slice.
A big part of our RPG experience is having a world that is interactive. Here, a generic ad has morphed into an advertisement specifically tailored to V, informing her of the nearest vendor she can purchase the product. In this case, it shows us where to find some Nicola soda.
Is boxing a robot?
I love that there's just people doing things too. Which is
That's a big thing I was hoping for, is the world feel alive, and it definitely does. But I mean, The Witcher was like that too, so I don't know what the fuck people are talking about though. This game would be a reskinned Witcher 3 if it was in third person. It looks way better than Witcher 3 graphically.
Oh yeah.
This is Wilson, one of Night City's many gunsmiths. We won't be checking his wares today, but you can purchase and upgrade your weapons and gear throughout the city. Cyberpunk 2077 is set in Night City, a bustling metropolis located on the coast of the free state of North California. It's a dystopian city where violence and oppression are the norm. We are working hard to make Night City a fully realized, seamless open world with no loading screens. Currently, we're in Watson, a former industrial district where crime now mixes with
It's
money.
like a fucking living world, man.
I'm gonna have to get this one on PC, I think.
Yeah. I'm not getting this on a console. It looks too good. Like, I haven't seen a game look so good that I'm like, I don't want to play that on console in a long time.
Could be some truth to that.
When they were saying this ain't coming out for Switch, I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
no shit.
It can't. Look at this. Like,
Yeah. So many people.
We've greatly enhanced our crowd
That's
and
amazing
community
looking.
system to create the most believable city in any open world game to date. The city's streets are bustling with crowds of people from all facets of life, all living their lives within a full day and night cycle.
that's so beyond The Witcher 3. Because they said the same thing. People had like day jobs and did all their shit during the day. And
All the sounds going on and stuff too.
yeah, in the ground, look at that.
Yeah.
This game, I'm gonna be running around
Okay,
just
there's
looking at
Jack.
stuff.
Fucking finally. Buckle up. Shit's happening.
What's up, Jack?
Dexter Deshawn. Huh? Sound familiar? They wants to talk to you. One of Night City's top fixers, eh? Okay, you see that caddy? Need to walk on over there and get us a job, Heina.
Fine, I'll meet him. Talk.
I'll be a Senior Rippers. Good news to me. Good luck, V!
It turns out we've caught the attention of one of Night City's biggest players, Dexter Deshawn, a fixer, a person who gets things done. He wants to meet up and discuss a job.
Get in.
Let's see what he has for us.
Oh, you don't have to drive? It's very nice. Of an open world game to do.
Look at his arms.
That's fucking sick. It's literally everything you expect from Cyberpunk. Like, from pen and paper. Like, it's crazy.
Scanning a serious job just now. Playing gargantuan compared to smashing up a scab home. You interested?
Interested, sure. Tell me more.
Well, glad to hear. Before we can start in on this, though, I need to be sure. Sure you all right.
All right. And the nature of this test.
Slaughter the show. See, got a classic tale for you. Psycho gang, just doing his thing, jumped a corp convoy, got away with gear. Now I need me that little combat bot. They call it the Flathead. Of course, I got the Eddies to buy it, but me and the Maelstrom boys ain't the best of friends. No flow to our
All the
crew.
time we didn't hear or see anything from this game fucking makes complete sense.
Oh yeah.
Who's the woman?
Didn't they say the game's playable?
Corporation.
Technically, from
She's
start
on
to
the
finish
roof
now.
of the
I think
dogs
so,
and
yeah.
some
Yeah.
gangoon
So they just have to
infantry
actually do all the
convoy.
polishing and
Got herself a prisoner.
bug
The
fixing and
chief
whatnot. So.
suspect, most likely. Going on 20 hours since the convoy was jumped, and she still don't have no guilty party. Gotta be desperate by now. Be wise to think how you could use that. Got any questions for me?
Clear on it all, I think. Time I got to work.
Beautiful. Here's hoping my inkling checks out.
So, see you at the afterlife soon as the job's done.
Do good, and this'll be the start of a beautiful friendship based on heaps of eddies.
I want fucking gold arms.
It seems Dexter has given us a test of sorts
That's
to see if we're
that look
worthy.
ain't too bad.
He wants us to retrieve a piece of high-tech combat gear a local gang stole from the Militech megacorp. We'll be able to approach this job from a variety of angles. Let's try calling the Militech contact to see where that leads.
Stout here.
Hi, heard you were looking for some tech. Let's talk.
Hey, everybody shut it! Where is it? Come on, spell.
Tell him.
On the horn? No.
Amateur hour, Jesus. First exit off Skyline going towards the NID. Storm channel under the overpass. Meet you there.
The situation's tricky because the contract giver is a corporate agent who seems a little high-strung. Before we get down to business, it's a great idea to visit our Ripper Dock.
I can't get over the city.
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't have time for this game, man.
I'm gonna only have time for this game.
Fair.
This is so beyond like everything else that I have to play it.
Crime is a common occurrence. Night City is not a safe place. Life here is not easy.
It's like a reenactment.
Yeah,
That's
I think
crazy.
it's a crime scene, yeah, reenactment.
Your heart chakra looks a little out of whack, babe.
V!
I can release.
How'd it play out with Dex?
It's all here.
Fuck what she's saying.
All right. I'll check it out while I wait for you.
V. Dr. Vector, we'll see you now.
Good old Dr. Vector.
We're at a Ripper Dock clinic. Ripper Docks are specialist vendors who offer people the possibility to install or upgrade their cyberware.
Vicky, spry as ever, you old Ripper. Need to bump up my specs and get a grip.
Really? Now? Finally?
Vic, shit just got real. Hitting the major leagues. Got a job from Dex to Sean.
The Dexter Deshawn? Yeah, that is something. But let me guess. Hasn't paid you yet.
Quit crying, Vic. I'll bring you the Eddies later. With interest. You know I will.
Last time, I swear. Now sit.
I'm still like not getting over the animation.
That's Karoshi.
With the detail, like him taking a drug before
Yeah.
he started working on her.
Circumstances.
Well, even like him kicking the chair over and shit, like it's just so immersive.
Now jack in.
Sure.
You peruse.
Put that in your belly button, right?
See what's going on inside.
We're going to install both an optical scanner
Mark 1, like I said. Decent enough scanner. Displays data on your cornea.
and a subdermal weapon grip.
The link's not labeled. And to be perfectly honest, not entirely sure where the hell I got it. Yeah, looks like it'll talk to Karoshi Tech.
I'm ready. Carve away.
Don't say it like that.
All clean.
Yes, carve at me. Fuck it.
The fun stuff.
Treat me like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Major League arm of yours right here.
Looks safe.
Just like that. Thanks. Now a bit of anesthetic, and I can start cutting. Feel anything?
Doc. Play by play. Makes you sound like a dentist. They're always going on and on.
Don't be mean now. Remember, I'm old. I got a shaky Gannic hand. Could slip. Lights out for a minute, all right? Good. So let's test it. Linking you in.
What the?
You might feel a little discomfort, maybe a little
That's
vision,
awesome.
low contrast, glitches.
Oh my god.
So, how's it look to you?
With the scanner, we can zoom in on things and take a closer look.
Nice.
This is fantastic.
Beautiful. Time for the scanner.
Additionally, we can analyze objects, Get details on enemy weak points or gang affiliation.
It might take you a while to adjust, but first time's rarely the charm with anything.
Oh, that's cool.
Scanner should eventually sync with your thought processes and read your intentions. Ought to work like a charm. Now draw your weapon. You should see your ammo count on a brand new sight.
That's so fucking
the
cool.
subdermal weapon grid goes to our scanner and shows us weapon information like ammo count and fire modes. It also increases the base damage on all connected weapons.
Shit, Victor. Not bad. I don't know what to say.
Say you'll take this and remember the dosage. 2 whiffs now, and another 2 in an hour.
Thanks again. You're the best, Vic.
Go on, kid. Show them what you can do. And once you hit the big time, don't forget where you came from.
God, it's so detailed, it's stupid.
While some Ripper Docs operate legally, others provide black market services.
Should probably
For the
clarify
right
stupid
price,
good.
They can
Since
even
that came up before.
install illegal military.
What does he
grade
mean by
cyber-
stupid? The horse animations are stupid.
Left a few minutes ago. Said he'd wait outside.
Well, Kiroshi. Well, Vic's got a soft spot for you, Heina. Come on, how about you use them fancy-ass optics to scan my new wheels?
Sure.
And peep them wheels up close from fucking 100 feet away.
Just watch the paint job.
Skyrim's been coming out for 10 years now, and
You can't talk about that, dude.
look at this shit.
Hey, you got a problem?
It's a nice ride.
This guy looks an awful lot like one of those scavengers we took out earlier.
It even has like the whole 80s cyberpunk aesthetic. It's so
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Something tells me that wasn't no coincidence, huh?
Are they actually driving, or is this...
Jackie's car is a super-powered
that
sports
looks
car running on
like
Chew 2,
them.
the super fuel of the future. Players can explore Night City freely, in many different cars, on bikes, and in other types of vehicles.
Remember how I said earlier they spent like a year hiring vehicle
Yeah.
people?
No, I know they're putting vehicles. I'm just like seeing it. It's fucking blowing my mind.
Grab the wheel, Jack!
Oh my god.
It looks like the scavengers from earlier are still angry.
It's like a fucking movie.
This is amazing.
Bye.
I think we got rid of him. That was intense.
Shit! The fuck was that?
Devils.
Night City never sleeps. Danger lurks around every corner, even in daytime. Random encounters like these are an example of how your actions directly influence your open world experience.
I can't wait to see this at
Let's get
night.
the fuck out of here.
Okay, Jackie.
So, they're done riding our asses?
Scavs? Sure, maybe. Should be looking for a new spot to slice and dice, not gunning after us.
This is fucking stupid.
Who knows?
I didn't really ever
Real
expect to
messed
see
up
this.
devils.
No. I keep seeing all the backdrop shit, and I'm like, it looks so cool, and like, I keep being skeptical. I'm like, you're not gonna be able to go over
Many
there. You're
forces
not gonna be able to
are
go over there, and they're
fighting
just
for
freely
control of
driving
Night
around.
City. But the mega corporations are the real showroom. The agent we're going to meet represents Militech, one of the largest companies in the private military sector.
Why are we stopping?
Remember the corpo off Dex's Shard? Ranger, she's in the area and we're gonna meet.
Let me guess. She's in hot corporal water. Desperate. Then you think you can use that.
See if I can, yeah?
Since Cyberpunk
So much
2077
personality
is
when
an
they talk
RPG,
too, man.
preparation will be key when dealing with Night City's powerful, especially when these are corpos. Instead of just rushing in, let's assess the situation with our freshly installed Kiroshi optical scanner.
There.
There's so much verticality too. I love it.
Composite armor. Car's a fucking tank.
Yeah, Militech. No doubt about it. You sure you still want to meet him?
Yeah, gotta do this. But don't you move a damn muscle. Not unless I start, that is.
Don't even breathe.
These guys are levels higher than we are. Let's try to approach them carefully.
Stout, take it you were the one to call?
Yep. Wanted... Think you're smart? Thought you could blackmail me, bitch? Set conditions? Calm the hell down. What is this?
I got you now, asshole.
You're insane. Who the fuck is this?
I'll know in 2 seconds flat. That fucking thing ready?
All set.
Are you here alone?
The Corpos have hacked us through our personal link and have subjected us to a kind of lie detector program. The dialogue system in Cyberpunk 2077 is fully gameplay driven.
I asked if you came alone.
Yep, just little old me.
She's lying.
Search the area.
Now listen, folks, we don't need to be here. This
Oh,
piece
that's
of
so
shit,
cool.
Anthony Gilchrist. Did he or another asshole at Militech leak info to you or anyone else about a convoy?
It might be tempting to reach for the gun, but the consequences
Got
could be
nothing to
dire.
do with him or
Remember,
Militech.
these guys are really tough.
Shit. Checks out. You got nothing on me. Nothing. Won't get away with this, you bitch. You're dead.
Somebody shut him up.
Take me home. Now.
All right.
All right. I have no idea who you're working for or what you even want, but you better give me something solid or I will end you.
I've got an offer.
Oh, you are stretching. This better be fucking good.
Gang goons who ripped you off? I know where to find them. They got a bot I want. Give me the funds to buy that bot. You can do what you want with the gang.
I don't give a shit about the thieves. I want my mold. Cred chip, 50K. Just enough to buy you your bot. Thing is, chip's gotta make it into the thieves' terminal. That's all I need. Think you can do that? Then we got a deal.
Fine. I'm in.
Try to fuck me in any way, and I'll be seeing you real soon.
You're making a mistake. This cunt's good as dead.
The agent gave us the money to buy the bot we need from the gang. By choosing to call the Militech agent early, we have now opened up a non-violent path through
going
this
home.
quest. Of course, we could try and keep the money, but that would mean we'd have to take the merchandise by force, which requires a lot of firepower.
That's cool. There's that to weigh.
Right.
No signal, so I stayed put.
Good thing, too. Went down about like I expected. Made a deal, and we're good to meet with Maelstrom now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it went real good. Hey, he said watch the paint?
Nope.
Be there soon. What do you expect?
Corps don't forgive or forget. Even these Borg fucks sense that. Feel the pressure. That's why they're holed up in this shithole, praying to the almighty Trip 6. Gotta move the tech, but they can't. Cause your new best friend from the tripped out, tanked out SUV is just begging them to try. How you want to do this?
Even now, we can choose how to approach this quest. Do we go in guns blazing, or do we try to negotiate
All right,
for the bot?
plan's simple. We pay with the Corpo's cred and get out.
I don't know, but you're calling this one.
For this demo, let's try the
What, don't
more
trust my
diplomatic
charm?
approach.
Tough shit. All we need's for them to buy it. Want to talk to Royce.
Main room. I'm waiting.
That was easy.
I don't know you, but come in.
Come on in. Get yourself something cool to drink.
They look damn well prepared.
All strapped with Militech gear.
Psycho Borks chromed out with military-grade hardware worth millions. Should be
The guys we're about to meet are dangerous. They are members of the Maelstrom gang, and their obsession with body modification goes way beyond even this world's standards. On their path to becoming machines, they don't shy away from even the most extreme measures.
Anti-personnel mine. Shrapnel's better. My favorite.
I like how it said if it was armed or not.
It looks like they made this abandoned All Foods meat factory their
That's
hideout.
a lighting.
Charming.
Another one? Seriously?
Maybe we should have taken him by surprise.
A little late for regrets like that. Got us in their sights now. Just keep moving. Stay cool. They're just trying to spook us.
Remember, we've chosen to buy the tech, not steal it. Hopefully this will go fast and easy.
Damn.
This is a pretty well-guarded place. You can imagine what would have happened if we'd taken the violent path.
What?
Looking to buy a bot.
Alright, fucking
Model
Splinter
MTOD
Cell
12.
times 3.
Looks like a spider.
Couch planted.
Alright, dickhead.
Yo, Kurt. Peek around the corner. See if we got anything like that. Well, shit. Sit down.
I'll stand. Can't move on your culo. Makes you an easy target.
Sit down.
That really necessary, hombre?
I ain't your hombre. Sit.
God, they look crazy.
Sit your ass down before I plant a bullet in your skull.
Jack, sit down.
Damn.
This ain't gonna end well, but... Shit.
Well, alright. Fucking bravo. Come on, lighten up. Have a whiff.
God, they're really even human.
Better. Now we can talk.
The bot. Need to see it.
Suit yourself. Fucking tricked out, state-of-the-art this thing. Don't even got no standard port. Bells and whistles though, dynamic camo armor and
That thing is
impulsive
dope.
That's
rivaling
fucking-
that of the
yeah.
human nervous system. Its actuators are actually pimped with titanium fiber, and it can go anywhere, literally. Watch this. Fully integrated link too, so when the spider starts crawling up walls, dangling from ceilings, you could lose your lunch. So, what you think?
Hey up and let's get the fuck out of here.
The bot. I'll take it.
2 questions. What the fuck's going on? And who the fuck is this?
Got 50 large on this Kretchen.
And you positively reek of Militech.
Dexter Deshawn sent me.
Dexter Deshawn. Dreads. Gold plate. Fat old fuck. That him?
We'll pay for the bot. Be on our way.
How much
That
you
was
say
so
you had?
smooth.
Yeah.
50K.
Creds on this.
Oh my. The interaction, man.
Move it.
This is so fucking impressive.
Woo, not the smoothest of deals, but it worked out in the end, right? Flathead's good gear. It'll do the trick. Whatever that trick is.
Shit. Shit, shit, shit!
Don't destroy the Schwab.
It turns out the cred chip we got from the Militech agent contained a virus
like,
which
burning
fried their
out.
systems. Royce, their leader, is making a break for it.
Militech had to end this way.
Before we figure out a way to leave, let's grab the splinter that controls the bot from one of these dead maelstromers.
Please tell me you can use it.
Pretty sure you can.
The inspection system allows us to take a closer look at the splinter. You can inspect specific items to reveal details that can help in solving quests.
But can you use the bot?
Okay, let's equip the splinter into our chipware slot. With this done, the bot will now follow us wherever we go.
Cool.
Right, what else do we have here? Nice. A street-modified tech shotgun. Tech weapons fire rounds
I don't know what
that
the fuck that
penetrate
thing is.
walls and other types of cover. They also have an alternate fire mode that allows you to power up shots and deal more damage. It looks like there are several ways out of this room, like those gates, for example. However, you'd have to be a skilled netrunner to hack into this terminal. Luckily, our engineering skills should allow us to disassemble that maintenance panel so we can get through the door.
Got it.
There are many skills in the game that players can apply in solving problems. The engineering skill can be used to fix, disassemble, and disarm devices blocking your
Production
path.
lane passes through here.
And we're gonna pass through with it.
So,
Got
from
it.
this point on, we're going to unlock the abilities of a high-end character to showcase some of the different mechanics we have in the game.
But what about the shotgun?
Yeah. Where the fuck's the shotgun at? There we go. Ooh. Oh yeah.
One of the new weapon modules we now have installed is a ricochet targeting system
That's
connected
fucking
to our
dope.
eyes. This allows players to bounce bullets off walls and hit
Oh my
enemies
God.
hiding behind cover.
Mmm.
This is another targeting system that will reveal enemies behind walls. Paired with the penetrating rounds of our tech shotgun,
What is that
it's a
fucking
deadly
slide?
combination.
It's like in the beginning when she's like all over the ground.
Is she like zigzag?
Yeah, it was weird.
Looks like we found some loot.
Cool.
This is a smart gun. It's one of the more advanced weapons in the game, allowing bullets to track and follow their target. It's one of many different weapons players can acquire. Weapons
Looks
are
sick.
built of modules that allow for deep customization and progression. This way, you can be sure to find something that will suit your playstyle.
That's the toughest bastards guarding this route. Probably some reason for that.
It's the damn Fifth Element gun.
Yeah. What the hell was that move?
A leap. And you could be super mobile.
Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, I take back all my concerns about how the game would control. Dodge bolts and shit.
Oh fuck. Bye.
Got a fun time.
Just a reminder, everything you've seen and are about to see, including this particular feature we're about to show you, is from a work-in-progress version of the game and may change over the course of development.
Okay, all exits covered?
Okay, let's try something different. We're going to take this guy down and connect directly to his neural side. In the world of Cyberpunk, once you are jacked into a network, you have access to everything it connects to. Through this Maelstrom gang member, we've now connected to the gang hideout's internal network. This is the building's personnel system. Let's focus on the squad containing the Maelstrom ganger we just connected to. From here, we can deploy software that affects the whole squad. For now, we'll simply unlock the ability to perform quick hacks. All right, time to show off our new high-level abilities.
What the fuck?
With quick hack, using the backdoor we unlocked a minute ago, we'll install a virus that jams the connection between the Maelstrom ganger and his weapon. This will prevent him from firing.
That's so fucking cool.
Looks like he's having a problem now. Nice. Some of you
You're
might
not wrong.
recognize these mantis blades. We can also double jump and bounce off of walls, which makes us a very agile, fast solo.
Yes. I didn't realize there'd be so much mobility. I figured like a higher jump would be as far as it would go.
Yeah.
Something like Deus Ex, you know.
No, they're definitely trying to realize it.
Yeah, no, this is so much fucking more than I
Sweet.
thought.
We just found a corporate tech rifle. Corpo weapons are top of the line. Let's scan this guy and see what's going on. It looks like Royce is back, and he's prepped. He's got an armored exoskeleton. We won't be able to get rid of him that easily.
You
Our
get one?
weapons are not dealing a lot of damage because he's packing an autonomous shield. Luckily, the scan we performed earlier revealed a weak spot. Attacking him should bring the shield down.
He's fucking lifting the car?
That was amazing. I didn't even ask him to do that.
Yeah.
He just provided cover.
I was like, what the fuck's going on? Oh my god. That was fucking slick.
Shield's down. Let's finish him off.
Boy, it ain't going your way, you cunts.
Fucking dancing around the bullets.
Okay, let's put him down and get this job over.
Bye.
That wasn't the smoothest raid, but we've got the bot.
It seemed
and
pretty
Dex should
fucking
be
smooth
happy.
to me.
But think back. What would have happened if we hadn't met with the Militech agent? Or told Royce about the agent and her plans? Or just decided to buy the bot ourselves? So many options, so many possibilities. And each will have consequences that will ripple through the game world and your story. And that's just one quest. Let's head out and finish the job.
So there's a lot of layers to that fucking quest.
Oh yeah.
Let's get out of here.
This whole video's been that quest. Oh, it looks so cool.
Oh hey, look, it's the corp boat. Or is this the gang? No, it's the corp.
Yeah. Militech.
You know, we really ought to work together more often. Your chip had the clap. That's not discreet. You set me up.
I fucked you over, you fucked the gang over. Somewhere at the start of the story, somebody fucked the corp. See how this works now? Only the corp gets what it wants. Remember that. Learn it. Years down the line, you'll be standing where I am, watching somebody else doing...
Yep, being a raging bitch to whoever's doing my dirty work for me.
It's time we were on our way.
Okay, let's call Dex and tell him how things went down.
My girl,
Shit-eating
how's our
suits.
beard looking?
Vámonos.
Hey, Mr. Dex. Get us that table at the afterlife?
Matter of fact, I did. Just in my gut and all, you know.
Well, you were right to.
Well done, Missy. Well done. See you there.
Shit, I can't believe it, Ina. Major leagues. We're in. I mean, we fucking pried the door open.
But the only thing I want to pry open right now is a bottle of scotch.
Oh, no.
Whew.
Not another three-nighter. Por favor.
Need to get to know this city, Jack. Not just gun in hand. I want a crusade.
Amen, Ina.
We finished the job, but our story is just beginning. This concludes our gameplay demo walkthrough. Thanks for watching.
All right. Impressions.
I'm a little speechless.
Yeah, I was the whole time I was watching. Like I was trying to be like, oh, I should probably be saying things, but I was like, I was so fucking interested in everything that was happening. I was just like, holy shit. I loved everything about that.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there, so there's no confusion. I was more impressed than I thought I'd be. I saw way more than I expected. Very happy with the way the game looks, how it plays, because, or the way it looks, but also the way it plays, because prior I was thinking about, you know, like an RPG, primarily an RPG making developer moving into like, it's still an RPG 100%, but it's moving into a FPS territory where you're going to be shooting at things. And I've seen that play out fine, but they never feel very smooth in the sense of like playing like an FPS. And that seemed to not only play well, but also they were like jumping off walls and shit, which I did not expect. So that's very cool. Anyone who follows the channel knows I typically like to play more agile characters and things anyway. So, I mean, that really screamed to me. The guns looked amazing. Every single one of them looked awesome. Even the pistol right in the beginning was start shooting as like a machine gun. I was like, well, shit. I didn't
That
realize
auto
this.
pistol, yeah.
That zigzag slide thing that was going on, that was really fucking interesting. The world seems alive like constantly. I was just like, oh, these are like sections and all the stuff you're seeing in the background. It's just like visual. But they're like freely going wherever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
And I was like, how fucking big is this place? And all the fucking animations, dialogue, and situations, and all like the details had the immersion of like a linear single player experience in a fucking open world, which is what I was trying to say when I was speechless watching it. That that like it. That's where all that time went. When people are like, "Where's Cyberpunk? Where's Cyberpunk? Where's Cyberpunk?" For years, that's where Cyberpunk was. They're making that like work.
Yeah, the details.
Every little thing, the car having the fucking drone pop out and fly off. Then when they drove away, it's following them. Like the guy kicking the seat around while like doing all like the augments. The fucking robot like getting out of the case, crawling around, getting back in the case. Like it all looks amazing. And like the attention to detail is insane. Not just even in the visuals, but like the lingo and the way they talk. Like it is fucking realized.
And the other thing I want to give them huge credit for too is like visually, it really comes off. And this can be kind of a weird compliment, but like it almost like seems like an id game in like
I thought the same thing.
Comes off, you know.
Yeah.
I also think the way because obviously your weapons are doing hit point damage instead of like in a first person shooter, you shoot someone in the head, they're dead, shoot them in the body, you might get a couple of shots, and that you very clearly saw hit points, but it still felt like you were shooting at someone because it didn't seem like it took that many shots still,
which I appreciate because I obviously like RPGs, I like first person shooters a lot. It does kind of take away from the feeling of shooting at people though when you're like just kind of draining their health bar after a while because it becomes monotonous.
Yeah,
like you're just like
unless you're dancing around a guy in armor. Like
yeah, and there's a reason he's wearing
yeah.
like a fucking mech suit, and obviously with people with augments they might have armor like implanted inside them or something like that, like you don't know. So yeah, it was cool because I was also paying attention to that. I'd see like the amount of damage you're doing per shot, which was cool to see. But like their health bar was still melting pretty quickly, which is really neat to see. So
yeah, I think they found a really good balance between RPG and shooter in that regard because to use like Mass Effect as an example of that, you know, the first Mass Effect is very RPG feeling.
Definitely.
As for the second one, I think did a good marriage of the two, and then the third one definitely leaned more into shooter.
Felt more like a shooter for sure.
Yeah. And I think that felt somewhere between like Mass Effect 2 and 3, like shooting pace wise.
I even think that in the way it's the aiming is and the mobility definitely looks more like a FPS because a lot of RPGs feel a little more stiff in those kind of movements.
For sure.
But the way that there's actually like, damage dealt being shown and certain elements in that definitely felt like an RPG as well, which is really cool. And when I say RPG, like I'm also just like talking about like pen and paper. I mean, it kind of reminded me of that in the sense too, because like you're gonna be looking at your stats and seeing how much damage you're gonna be doing versus these guys, and level matters because if someone's higher level, you're probably not gonna have that same effect.
Or they have way better gear than you or something. Yeah.
Or they'll kill you fucking instantly because they got a gun that does crazy damage.
Well, it's like, you know, when the corp guy immediately like grabbed her and plugged in the lie detector essentially, you know, I was just like, well, that's a really crazy situation to be in.
Yeah.
Because those guys, I mean, corporations have all the money, they develop the tech. So, yeah, it's just crazy.
I even liked her mannerisms, the chick she was talking to.
Yeah.
She tells she just had like no worry about that situation.
She's got nothing to ever worry about other than another corp.
She's just like this. To her, it was just like a big fucking hassle. She didn't want to deal with it.
Just some fucking street urchin talking to her. So, yeah.
The driving was cool. It's cool to see the first person and the third person driving.
I appreciate that, by the way, because I hate driving first person. I think it's neat for immersion.
I really liked it for the immersion factor, but like for like functionality, the third person would be nice. Being able to hop out like the window and fucking shoot at people.
That was so awesome.
Really fucking cool. The whole fucking standoff off thing was like so smooth as it was happening.
Like arms and going under each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And
very fucking cool.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was like pull gun, and it was just like,
yeah,
it was just there all of a sudden.
Yeah, it wasn't like a weird cutscene started where you just like get up and put the gun to him, and there was like,
she
whoa!
legitimately would just like
it was as
boom.
it was happening. Like as soon as you press the button, she's already doing it. So there's a really seamless feel to it. That like that adds to the world feeling alive. There's no time where it seems like, well, if you pick this or pick that, it has to load a separate sequence. I mean, technically it does, but the way it visually was represented looked fucking awesome. Like it just worked. Very smooth.
Yeah.
All the weapons they showed off, I already kind of said this before, but like all looked and felt different. I can't wait to see what else is in that fucking game, gun-wise, augment-wise. The ones they showed already, very cool looking. I can't wait to explore that fucking city. Like I said, when we're watching it, that's a game I'm going to be stopping and looking at shit all the time. Although I saw that Schwab a lot, whatever fucking that shit was.
I didn't catch that apparently.
Schwab?
Yeah.
It was like SH or SCHWAB or some shit. There's a bunch of machines that said Schwab.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I wasn't doing a lot of reading on anything.
Fuck, I was looking at everything.
I also really appreciate that they did show off like a little bit of everything, which was nice because, capturing pen and paper and putting it into a game is kind of tricky, you know, obviously, because with pen and paper, you have the time to sit there and like do all that stuff versus doing it all in real time and making it still believable like the pen and paper game is I think challenging. And I think they did a really good job of like, you know, even when they went up to the door and it was like hack, you know, and they didn't have the skill for it, so it was all grayed out. But then like they're an engineer and there was still a way to bypass that, which I thought was great, and be able to hack into that guy's brain. They really, really want to push like being able to play however you want, which is great. Because like you said, for you, you're more of like a run and gun, like get in there, move around real quick type person. And I'm
or stealth.
Yeah. As for the hacking stuff is probably gonna be more up my alley. Like I really like that idea. So
yeah, even like in Deus Ex, which essentially had 3 ways to do things. You know, blunt force, stealth, or hacking.
Right.
I always went with stealth first, then blunt force second.
Yeah.
So I did stay away from hacking quite a bit. That's really fucking cool though, and it's interesting that they're very much emphasizing that this could change because it means they're still not done beta testing ideas.
Yeah.
Which is exciting because that means they have some really crazy out there ideas that they're fucking around with. If they don't work, they're going to scrap them or change them up. If they do work, like it's just cool to see that the game that's not it. Like, and that already looked amazing.
For sure. Well, and the amount of feedback you're getting right now is priceless, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we're sitting here sharing our opinions on it, even though we're just essentially sucking their dick the whole time. But
yeah, no, I loved everything about that. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I'm trying to think right now if there's anything I thought was mediocre about it. I can't think of anything. I mean, the whole thing was just fucking stellar. Everything.
No, I can't even think of any like weird hiccups or anything either. Like
Nothing.
The animation was stellar, the voice acting was stellar, the visuals are stellar, the interactive ness with people was I mean, everything is so like beyond what most people are doing. It's crazy.
I remember back in the day when like Doom 3 and Half-Life 2 were coming out, and everybody's like, these are next gen games. And we live in a time now where it's kind of all molding together, where like games are all just advancing together like a little bit at a time now. So you're just kind of watching this evolution of graphics and technologies and stuff. It's been a while since we've had a jump. I think the last big jump I remember seeing was like when Battlefield 3 was coming out. It was like a pretty large jump from what was out at the time.
Yeah.
And there's been a bunch of like pretty big jumps since then, obviously.
I'd
It was
even
a while
say like
ago.
Witcher 3 was a
a big jump as well, yeah. But like that, I was looking at that and like that's one of the first times in a long time I've been like, that's a next gen game. Like it's gonna come out with this gen, but like it's so advanced in its visual style, its detail, and everything about it. It has blown out every expectation I have of what a game like that can achieve. And I've only seen 48 minutes of it, and that was one mission.
And they're they're probably a larger sized company at this point, but they're still a small company.
Well, and the thing that's crazy too, and one of the things I gave Witcher 3 so much credit for, and I still don't see other games doing this, is even the side quests in Witcher 3 were like fleshed out, well written, individual adventures that you went on and you cared about what the fuck you're doing. There's investigations involved.
They weren't an afterthought.
They were all individually thought out. Very fucking cool. Not like, oh, I need you to kill 10 wolves over there. It's like, yeah, I'll do that. I want the experience. It was like, oh, something's been killing people in the woods. Go fucking, can you find that out? And you can be like, yeah, if you got the money. Or be like, yeah, I'll go check it out. Or be like, no, fuck you, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And then you go do it, and it's like this real interesting story. And like just knowing what CD Projekt Red is willing to do with just even side quests alone, let alone fucking storyline, they're gonna do it here. And I'm already seeing it with that mission line. Even though that seems like a storyline mission, you're already seeing the fucking detail there. That whole thing was fleshed out like you're playing, like I said before, a very linear single player like detailed experience that you would see like Naughty Dog do in like a level by level basis game, and not like an open world game that does all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking crazy.
I also, the one thing I noticed, because I know one of the concerns, at least that I had with it being first person, is you go through this whole process of making your character and then you never get to look at him. And they did a really good job of like going like certain cutscenes and stuff like that happened. You were in third person.
So you actually do exist. You get to see yourself.
You get to see your character.
An invisible entity.
Plus your clothes and stuff you're wearing, your limbs are constantly being shown too, so you still get kind of a feel for that. And I'm sure there's mirrors and stuff too. So
and if they don't do it, it's not even remotely a thing. But I'd really like if you can play the game in third person as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna do that.
Probably not.
But because I was thinking like Elder Scrolls has done it for a long time. And I never played that in third person. I always played in first person. But it's still cool to be able to zoom out and look at your character. So even if they offer like mirrors in the game, which I'm sure they will, and ways to look at yourself, and then other really creative ways to see yourself, it just like, even like when he's taking out like the neural shit, like
that was so cool.
It was such an immersive and interesting way to do that.
Yeah, they didn't
could
have
just
to do
go
that at
like
all.
Go to black and then come back like, all right, you're all set up, and nobody would say anything about it. They'd be like, okay, cool.
While
I'm
the
ready to go.
machine was working on the arm the whole time.
Yeah, but that they actually took them out and you saw yourself and they're like moving around, stuff like that. It just adds to the whole feel of the world. You're like, oh shit, this is how things are done. This is all normal. Fucking, she's like, yeah, whatever. Like, give me my eyes back.
Yeah,
it's just really fucking cool.
No, for sure. This is so,
the guy lifting the car, that was fucking sick.
Yeah. No, it's crazy because like, and obviously you're used to it, and some of our regulars are used to it, but I don't really like get worked up too easy. I'm so like, I don't know what to do with myself right now.
jazzed.
It's weird. So, yeah, it's crazy.
It's exciting, and I think that's a big testament to how much they've realized a world you already knew through books. It's really cool because people have tackled some of the stuff before, and it's always kind of neat. Like even what was that shooter that came out a while back? Shadowrun.
Yeah.
And visually it looked the part, but it was just a shooter at its core. So even then, it was kind of neat to see that come to life a little bit, but not in the same way. I mean, it's been a long time since then, but these guys not only are doing it, they're doing it exactly how I imagined it, the way the books lay it out.
I mean, really, the closest thing you get is if we're going to talk about like a Shadowrun, because obviously it's also a cyberpunk style world.
Yeah, fantasy and cyberpunk.
Yeah, is the overhead game that smaller team made, and it was really cool. It gave
and that's the most viable way you can do one of these, it would seem.
Used to.
Yeah. When they did that, I'm like, that makes sense. You can kind of get more into the systems, keep the visual style pretty basic,
Well, that's
just
how
top
D&D
down.
games worked and stuff too. Yeah. So that's how pen and paper games kind of like worked.
But these guys are like,
they're showing that you can make a AAA style game.
Fucking beyond AAA.
Yeah.
Like that's the forefront of like what games can achieve. Even the simple thing of like, when that fucking, what are they called? The medical military guys.
I can't remember.
I forgot the name, but
yeah, they're
even
emergency medical
even
service.
watching the animation that they detailed just for that one scene of them flying in and docking and just running out,
telling you to get away from the patient,
dropping the shit and just putting them on there and then taking them away, and they're just like, "Fuck you, we're out of here," and then they don't say shit to you.
That's what they got paid to do.
And it's just like that's exactly how I remember reading about that in the fucking books and when we played.
Yeah. No,
pen
yeah,
and
they
paper
literally
game.
come in on a fucking like flying fucking box tank, essentially land, military come out, take the patient and fucking leave. Like, and that's exactly like you said, that's what they showed. So
is like as soon as I saw them, like that's what that is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure anybody who's played the game would know that, but it was just cool to be like I've only seen that through like words and some pictures maybe in books, but like to see it just in action is so fucking cool. Everything's so realized. I don't know. I'm very happy with everything I saw. The build to this has been a lot of mystery and a lot of speculation.
A lot of mystery.
And I'm just glad that, because I just had like a set standard I wanted to meet, and it fucking is so far beyond it. I'm just like, all right, fuck, I'm ready.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? They didn't have to show us 48 minutes gameplay like that.
That's the thing too. Like everybody's like, oh, they didn't show anything at E3, and I was kind of disappointed, but they still showed something. And then Gamescom, you're like, where's the gameplay at? Still nothing. And then this just drops, and it's like 48 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was like the wait
seamless. 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like really well laid out. They showed off a lot of variety of what's going on in the game. And I really dig that they had somebody, because we've talked about this a million times, but like I really like when somebody kind of like explains to you the game and why you should be hyped for it.
Yeah.
Like a presentation. And they had a really good balance of letting the game speak for itself, and every once in a while the guy chiming in, being like, okay, this is a thing that you might not know about, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it wasn't too long-winded. And they did a really good job, too, of, obviously there's going to be a lot of people who don't know about or didn't do the pen and paper, and like popping in bits of like this, how this world is, was a cool add-on to that as well.
Definitely. Anything else we want to talk about on that? I mean, we could probably sit here and detail every single frame of that video and say how cool it was.
No, I beyond ready for that game, though. Like we always say, take your time, make the game.
Especially with this.
Yeah. Looking forward to playing it, but don't rush it at all. This is one of those games you're gonna want to just buy, and you're gonna want it to work right. And even though there's gonna be, there's this part of me that's like, I want to play it. I also want it to be the vision that you guys want realized for us to play.
As I've gotten older, it's become a lot easier to just let it come when it comes.
Yeah.
There's already so many games out nowadays, constantly. Every month there's like 2 to 3 games that I'm like looking forward to buying. So like I'm not.
You have to go turn on my Switch and download Monster Hunter, actually.
Oh shit, yeah. I gotta buy a Switch. So yeah, like a lot of times I'm just kind of like wishing, like, man, I wish there wasn't so many games. But then I remember when I was younger, I was like, I wish there was more games. And so
a lot more free time then.
When a game like this though is coming out, I'm just like fucking, just make sure it's good. And when it comes out, I'm only going to play that game.
Also, I feel bad. Same with Red Dead as well. I feel bad for any other game coming out in those windows.
Yeah.
That's a bad time to release a game.
Well, Battlefield, aside from its own politics with its fan base and telling its fan base to go fuck itself, it's coming out when COD and Red Dead are coming out. And Red Dead's gonna fucking ruin everybody's sales completely because the hype on that. I mean, people are already saying game of the year. The game, they haven't even fucking played the game.
I'll say if Rockstar brings out a game, that's not a month to bring a game out.
It's like what Star Wars was when it came out, but that was like the month you didn't want to release shit. But yeah, even COD, the hype on it is really high right now too because all the new shit they've done. So I mean, like that's just really interesting to see. That fucking Battlefield is just like getting fucked by that. And then when this comes out, don't release your game when this game's coming out.
Yeah,
shit's gonna
that whole month should probably be just devoted to this game.
Yeah, everybody just skip that month and release before or after. There's like certain months too where nobody releases anything, which I always appreciate because it gives me time to fucking play my games.
Summer.
But why not release in those times? It's just weird. Some inside information there I'm not aware of.
I was say starting like now-ish until the end of the holiday season, small break, and then for some reason the beginning of the year is the new hotspot, and I'm pretty sure it's because of
it's crazy
holiday money and tax returns.
Yeah.
And then it's
it used to not be like that at all.
No, but they figured out this when people had money again, so
yeah.
It's crazy.
Because for like last 2-3 years, the beginning of the year is just fucking games.
Rough.
It's the beginning of the end. It's crazy.
We should wrap this up, though. I think.
Yeah. Also worth mentioning real quick, though, I also read that they were asked about multiplayer, and they said they are actually working on R&D, research and development of multiplayer, but this game will be made and released as a single-player game first and foremost, with no intention of having the multiplayer in it, because they want this game to be complete and a complete single-player experience. When asked in detail whether that multiplayer R&D was for Cyberpunk or future games by them, they essentially said Cyberpunk and future games. So they also said that too, this game's being built for the future. But this engine is also built for the future, so it'll age well.
Yeah.
Kind of like how a couple people have made engines that lasted forever, like fucking.
It's probably where a couple years of dev time was too.
Yeah, for sure. No, a lot of that work went into the engine, and it shows because that engine's pulling off a lot of shit. A lot of engines you can look at, like for a while there with Unreal. I would look at most Unreal games and they'd be reskinned a little bit, but they still had like a similar run mechanic, a similar wall mount mechanic, like in behind walls, and similar feeling shooting. And so you start thinking about the parameters and limitations of that engine, and you can pretty much get an idea of what they're going to do outside of like maybe they'll craft like a cinematic that'll happen. Yeah, and that's all hand done, but the rest of the game is going to be pretty much within the parameters of what that engine was built at. Yeah. Anyone who wants to go out of their way to make it more advanced can.
I would say there are people who will rip it down and build by.
Yeah, but typically people will just stick with what they're offered and just kind of make their game off of it
cheaper.
Yeah, this engine, like the whole time, I was seeing new shit happening constantly. I'm like, this is a very malleable engine that they're definitely not opposed to like programming all sorts of shit to happen just that one time.
Yeah.
Which is the mark of like a true fucking just dedicated developer. I remember thinking that with like Doom 3 when it came out. I know it was a long time ago, but I'm thinking about all the times like benchmark games came out that I was just like, holy shit, people can do this in games?
Well, we're getting it again, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like this is like looks revolutionary to me. It's fucking crazy.
So I do have a question for you then before we end the show here. Mm-hmm. If multiplayer, and I'm going to be huge if, because obviously they have stated that this is a single player game. So if we get multiplayer, that's just going to be a cherry on top for us. But what would you like to see as a multiplayer or in the multiplayer if it was to come out?
Base minimum, do exactly what everybody wants. 2-player co-op at the very least.
Yeah.
Let people play together. Which would be very hard to do, especially with a game that looks like that and plays like that and has that much detail and things playing out in front of you, which is all formed for a single player experience. But if you could achieve that, people would fucking love it. And that's what they're going to want. If there's some kind of versus component, which I know a lot of people playing this game are not going to want.
No.
People like me are gonna be fine with it, but even I'm not playing this game.
It's not why you buy that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an immersive single player
Destiny.
experience. Yeah, and I would not be buying this game for that. But if they added it, I would check it out. But I still probably wouldn't be that invested in unless they put a lot of work into it and like progression and shit like that. But yeah, co-op would be the thing. A mini game of some kind of hacking thing or some kind of invading somebody's world or whatever. I would be less inclined to be stoked about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool, but at the same time, that's not really my kind of thing. Hubs. This is something that I kind of said before, but it'd be kind of cool if there was like certain hubs you go into and like see other people, like walk into a bar and it would have an instance where you could see other people and how they look.
Yeah.
And like talk with them. But then I would hope that there'd be at least from that point a cooperative multiplayer that you could leave that bar with one other person.
Yeah.
But yeah, co-op. If they can achieve more than 2-player co-op, that'd be fucking amazing. But you know, base minimum, if they could do one other person with you, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm in the same boat. Though I was thinking a way they could approach it as well.
Racing.
To not make the single player aspect of it more complicated. They could literally still have the same world and all that stuff. Just obviously the main story could be stripped out of it. Make it just odd jobs and stuff like that where you
Sure.
still level and do stuff. And then I was thinking a nice little extra touch to take a note from Divinity would be able to argue
that'd be cool
and have more in-depth conversations in your co-op experience.
That'd be awesome. Or having like the whole rock paper scissors fucking system they have for like when you have differences of opinions trying to figure out a storyline or not storyline.
Who's more persuasive?
A
or
dialogue.
whatever, yeah.
Which
So
I thought was really fucking cool when I played that game.
One with a game like this, obviously, because you have a character sheet and stuff like that. You know, you could even have like bonuses, like if you're more
Somebody's
charismatic
charisma, yeah.
or if you're more intimidating or whatever. So
that'd be very cool.
I would love to see that because then it would feel more like a pen and paper game.
It would just be amazing if they could somehow, and like I said, I'm going into this just hoping for that single player. That's what we're getting, and that's what I want. But since it's a pen and paper game that people play together anyway, they had to have thought about that. And they're already working on multiplayer, whatever it is. And they might release it, they might not. But that has to be on their mind, thinking about like people play pen and paper games together.
Yeah.
So how amazing would it be how amazing would it be if they had like a way you could fucking DM a fucking story and
That'd
let
be
people play it.
Super complicated, but yeah, that'd be amazing.
Like if they just had like an overhead like thing you could pre-make like characters and you know you wouldn't be able to program their dialogue but still add like parameters of mission types and then have people play and you can like put people in there and shit while you're playing through it. I mean like that'd be so fucking hard to do, but like how amazing would it be if they fucking nailed that, if they were able to do that?
It'd be really amazing. It reminds me of the old D&D games like Neverwinter and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, and that's because they came from pen and paper, so they're really thinking about that. And like I said, I'm not just speculating here, not even speculating, just saying it'd be cool if they did it. They had to have thought of that. If I just thought of that, they had to have thought of that. That. Especially coming from its roots. These guys obviously have played it. They know the fucking ins and outs of it. They definitely care about authenticity.
The person who owns it trusted them to make it, and apparently
it makes sense
super
why they
picky
did.
About like people have tried, I guess, in the past, and they've said no over and over again to people making a video game for it. So they obviously saw something in CD Projekt Red.
The Witcher 3
kind of reminds me of like when the people kept trying to get the rights to